we love baking. Today I'm going to share with you how to make a delicious rhubarb crumble. So we're going to start with making our crumble topping. Now this is not your standard crumble topping because that is just really butter and flour and some sugar, of course, for sweetness. But this one has a few added ingredients for extra flavour. So we're going to start with some flour, as usual, as you do in a crumble. And to that, I am going to add some oats. Now, oats will give you a little bit of extra texture when it bakes up, so you get a little bit more crunch in your crumble topping, which makes for a really nice contrast to your fruity, saucy base that you'll get from your rhubarb. So that's going into. And alongside that, because we are not making just a plain crumble topping, we're going to make it a bit more nutty. So I have here some ground almonds. I'm going to pop those in as well. And to add to the nutty texture, I'm also going to put in some flaked almonds as well. So that's going to it's going to roast up nicely and come nice and crunchy in the oven. And it's going to give extra gorgeous texture to your crumble topping. We're also going to add some spice in. This is mixed spice, and that's going to give a lovely warm flavour to your crumble topping, which goes so well with the almonds and the rhubarb. And finally, I am going to add in some sugar. So I am using today Tate & Lyle's dark brown sugar. I'm going to measure it directly into my mixing bowl. I'm using dark brown sugar because it's really moist and it gives a lovely, rich, treacly flavour to the crumble topping. Right, so that is all my sugar that I'm using in my crumble. So we're going to give this, now I might actually transfer this to a slightly bigger bowl. As you can see, my bowl's quite full. Right, welcome back. So I've transferred my mixture into a larger bowl because we have quite a lot of crumble topping. So I'm going to give all these dry ingredients that I've just put in a mix around just to make sure everything is really well mixed together. Break up any lumps of your ground almonds or any lumps of sugar that have formed or anything like that. Make sure everything is really well mixed together. We don't want to have big lumps of sugar or big lumps of almond or anything like that in our crumble topping. So that's my dry ingredients done. Now to that, I am going to add in my butter. This is unsalted butter and it is soft. It is at room temperature, so I can squeeze it between my fingers quite easily. So I'm going to I've just chopped it into little cubes, as you can see. All of that goes in and I'm going to rub it together with my fingers until my mixture resembles kind of crumbs, breadcrumbs, if you like. So you just want to grab your butter and squeeze it between your fingers and then rub it. And that will get all the mixture in with the butter, all combined, all lovely and buttery and ready as your crumble topping. Right, clean hands, crumble topping made, time to do the rhubarb. So I've got some gorgeous pink rhubarb that I found in the stores. This is still in season and it's the last of it, so grab it when you can. Right, so I'm going to chop my rhubarb into small chunks, about 1 centimetre across, and I'm going to pop these all into my tin. So now that my rhubarb is all sorted out, now we are going to make a sugar topping to go over the rhubarb for it to cook with. Now rhubarb, if you've never cooked with it before, releases quite a lot of liquid during its baking or cooking. So we are going to add to our sugar some corn flour as well. Corn flour helps to thicken any liquids, so juices in this case from the rhubarb, so it's going to give you a lovely saucy finish to your rhubarb part of your crumble. So this is just a couple of tablespoons of corn flour. So to my corn flour I'm going to add some sugar. This time I'm using custard sugar instead of brown sugar, and I'm just going to add in, I'm measuring it out while I do. So the reason I'm using custard sugar instead of granulated sugar is because it breaks down more easily, so it'll dissolve better. Rhubarb is naturally quite tart, even when it's cooked. So the sugar is just going to give it a little bit of sweetness. And as it bakes and the juices are released from the rhubarb, the sugar will dissolve and the corn flour with it will all create this beautiful, rich base for your crumble. Right, so that's my rhubarb done and ready. So we're going to go back to our crumble topping, and I'm just going to use a spoon to spoon a really lovely, generous amount of topping over the rhubarb. So once you've put your crumble topping on, I'm just going to press it down a little bit all the way around, and then this is ready to be baked. It is going to go into my oven, which has been preheating behind me at 160, and it's going to bake for about 40 minutes. So my crumble is out of the oven. It is smelling absolutely gorgeous. So when your crumble is done, you are looking for the top to be more brown than it was when it went in. So mine's a lovely golden brown color, and you will see, if you look at the edges especially, you will notice a little bit of the mixture of the rhubarb mixture has bubbled through, and then you know that's how you know that the rhubarb's broken down and formed this gorgeous little sauce underneath. Perfect. Will you look at that? Isn't that gorgeous? Now you can enjoy your crumble with ice cream or cream or even some custard. And that's it. There is our rhubarb crumble. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments below if you make it too. Thanks for joining us today, friends. Happy